Okay. Festivities continue. First off, I have a little change in sequence in the program. What I've done here is realize that since our other speaker, you heard from Leon, and then of course we have Charles Snyder III, he just got in here, and I decided he should have a nice fine meal like the rest of us had the opportunity to before he came up to speak. And therefore, I'm going to jump right into the awards, there being no objections. Any objections? Okay. All right, so is there anyone who wanted to introduce any of the awardees other than me doing the introduction? Okay. Bill's the only other person who knows the awardee that no one wants to do it. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't say anybody.
Oh, for God's sake.
Only maybe 3 people in the room know. Well, someone knows one of the awards. But okay, I'll get right in. All right. First of all, we've got the Promoter of Liberty Award, and this is for a libertarian whose efforts have done the most to promote the Libertarian Party and libertarian principles. Now, sometimes this goes to a person who isn't necessarily part of the Libertarian Party, but has done a lot to promote the party and the principles. Actually, this first person is an active member of the Libertarian Party and is vocally said he is, and we are actually going to have 2 Promoter of Liberty awards tonight. And so, see if I find the right one.
That'd be good.
They'll give me a bathroom brush.
That's right, how'd you know? Doggone it. That's supposed to be a prize.
Clean up politics.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I got mixed up. Oh, Bill, you want to unbox this while I'm talking? In fact, you can hand it to me. Okay, basically, actually, I misstated. Actually, I should say the Promoter of Liberty Award actually does go to a member of the party. It's a different spokesperson there. But okay, first of all, we have the promoter. Okay, good. Okay, David Eisenbacher has shown an openly libertarian has shown that an openly libertarian candidate can get reelected in one of Michigan's larger cities, who was first elected to the Troy City Council in 2002 and served until 2005. Prior to being elected to the City Council in 2002, David served the city of Troy on the Historic District Commission. In addition, he has served on the board of directors of his subdivision, Raintree Village Homeowners Association, taking on the role of president from 2005 to the present time. David is also a member of the Troy Charter Revision Committee and recently served as co-chair of the Troy Futures Vision in Troy Futures Vision 2020. Councilman Eisenbacher returned to the Troy City Council in 2007 to a term that ends this year. He remains openly libertarian, and I might add he was also the inspiration for Aaron Stahl, who has frequently mentioned that it was basically David Eisenbacher's efforts were big inspiration to her deciding to run as a libertarian. And your colleague Martin.
Well, he was elected before me.
Yeah. And so, with no further ado, David Eisenbacher, any comments to make? And congratulations.
Thank you. It's a very nice award. The thing that I did think was quite amazing, in spite of all the less than happy news we had at the last election, we did have a charter amendment in Troy that was to limit the city council so they cannot raise property taxes without first getting approval from the residents of Troy, and that passed with a 75% margin. So that was a great time in Troy this year. I appreciate this. Very nice. Thank you.
Now get to the next one here. Okay, oh that's right, now I got the spokesperson thing here. And actually I have one person here. We got two Spokesperson of Liberty Awards. I had it mixed up, I said promoter. Two Spokesperson of Liberty Awards. And two Spokesperson of Liberty Awards. And this year, there's a person in the room here who did a lot for the cause of liberty in Michigan, specifically fighting the very high taxes we're being faced with in the state as a result of the spending crisis of the prior year. And I really don't need to reread an introduction I've already read, I think. So, Leon Drillette, you get to come up and...
Because I'm a politician of sorts, I'm going to give one more brief speech. It will be brief. When you're an elected official, particularly those in Lansing, but also at the local level, you get a lot of awards. But usually these awards are, thank you for serving your 6 years in the legislature, here's an award. We appreciate you serving on the Board of Commissioners, here's an award. Or they're governmental agencies. Politicians love giving each other awards. And then the word honorable gets ingrained in their heads, they start to believe that they're honorable because of these awards. So I've got a big box in my basement of all those garbage awards that I throw in a box that I think are worthless, other than this paperweight. And I thought my television said I've got two awards that mean something to me. One from ABATE, Motorcycle Riders Organization, that recognized my work on getting rid of the helmet laws, the anti-helmet laws, and one from a gun rights organization. So this one goes up on the TV because you guys are grassroots.
Okay, this next award is also a spokesperson for Liberty Award. The recipient is not here, but there is someone who I believe will be an appropriate person to accept it in her stead. So let me briefly introduce this person. Crystal Martinez served as statewide petition organizer and treasurer of the Michigan Coalition for Compassionate Care. In this role, she traveled the state to organize regional petitioners. The petition effort involved the training and employment of professional petitioners to successfully put the initiative on the November 2008 ballot. The Michigan Coalition for Compassionate Care had to produce a minimum of 304,101 valid signatures within a span of 6 months. With Ms. Martinez's leadership, they exceeded this goal by collecting about 496,000 signatures. You call that 500,000 to sum it up. Okay, 4 short. Of which almost 4,000. Okay. Of which almost 378,000, sorry about that, 378,000 were validated by the state. The initiative, known as Proposal 1, passed with almost a 2/3 vote cast in November election. Medical marijuana is now legal in Michigan. That law permits physician-approved use of marijuana by registered patients with debilitating medical conditions including cancer, glaucoma, HIV, AIDS, hepatitis C, MS, and other conditions as may be approved by the Department of Community Health. Details to be worked out in April. And believe me, there are still details to be worked out. The law permits registered individuals to grow limited amounts of marijuana for qualifying patients in enclosed locked facilities. The law requires the Department of Community Health to establish an identification card system for patients qualified to use marijuana and individuals qualified to grow marijuana. The law permits registered and unregistered patients and primary caregivers to assert medical marijuana reasons for using marijuana as a defense to prosecuting any prosecution involving marijuana. So even currently, prior to these regulations coming about, there's something called the affirmative defense, which means essentially someone already being busted can now use that argument in court, where previously, no matter what their condition, the judge generally wouldn't allow it. Martinez also serves as campaign analyst for the Marijuana Policy Project. So, Charles, would you like to pick this up for
Yeah, actually,
the festival's behalf?
kind of surprising.
Well, yeah, I guess obviously people couldn't make it. I would actually like to confirm her perseverance and diligence. She works extremely hard. For one person, I'm amazed about all the things she was able to accomplish and how thin she spread herself throughout the state. She stayed up a lot of long hours, especially near the end, personally going through the petitions and crossing out the bad ones, which was very pertinent in order to raise the relief. That, coupled with her, she has a really good positive energy, and she was able to, steer us in the right direction and keep our morale up and high, and keep us all out there continuing to gather signatures. It seemed like it was going to never end as it was going on, but near the end we were able to rather quickly get quite a few. So this is her reward, and I think that she deserves it very much. Thank you all for presenting this to her.
And we will be calling you back up to speak. Finally, and during here, and this person is so most definitely present tonight. This is producer of Liberty Award. The producer of Liberty Award is for a dedicated, behind-the-scenes libertarian whose quiet labors over the years exemplifies the backbone of the LP. There's one person that came to my mind who had not yet received a Defender of Liberty Award at all, who I thought was especially well suited for a Producer of Liberty Award, often remaining in the shadows while other people that essentially he was doing all the work for stood right in the limelight, myself being among those, getting all the attention while someone else was doing most of the work. And so Gregory Stempel has been a dedicated behind-the-scenes libertarian since 1998 when he organized College Libertarian Organization at Michigan State University. Since then, he has worked tirelessly for the cause of liberty. When he started attending Wayne State University, he reactivated the student organization there. In 2002, he worked to restore ballot access while confined to a wheelchair, afflicted with a life-threatening illness. As campaign manager for my campaign in several elections, and not just by way, recently as you said, but frequently when I was running for State Board of Ed. And then also when Gregory Creswell ran for governor in 2006, he had been the man behind the candidates. In fact, speaking specifically, I remember one year, I had personal problems. I was running for State Board of Ed, and essentially, Greg did everything for that campaign that year, and it was just amazing. He just kept going. When I didn't have the energy, he did. He organized an effort also to get us a full congressional slate for 1 year. I don't remember which year it was. Remember when you were ahead, especially working on getting every congressional district covered?
It's been several elections that all blend together after a
Okay, there you go. So I would guess that first year is when I got
It doesn't matter, honey.
He's also promoted multiple issues produced multiple issues of the Michigan Libertarian, and has served as its editor in 2002, 2003, and 2008. Mr. Stempel located, cataloged, and scanned many of the back issues of the Michigan Libertarian, making some of the oldest issues available online. Now, if you go to the mi.lp webpage and you go to membership resources, you can look way back. I mean, you can see these things where people had typed stuff and cut out pictures and glued them on. And really ancient Michigan Libertarians. Keep in mind, this party was founded in 1971 nationally, but 72 in Michigan. And all the modern things we can do now to make the elections when things did stuff.
Yeah.
But you can look those up thanks to Greg scanning those in, and well, now we have those on the website. Last year, Greg and Aaron Stahl organized the LPM campaign conference, which was immensely successful. And when Bob Barr made his surprise appearance, Greg found a venue for him on short notice. Mr. Stempel is currently chair of the Wayne County affiliate right here, and did most of the work organizing this event as well. So, comments, Greg?
Thank you very much, Scotty. This means a lot to me. So Scotty told you everything I've done. Let me tell you real quickly how I became a libertarian. My sophomore year at Michigan State, I knew I wasn't a Democrat or Republican, and I was following the election like every good citizen should. So I was going to basically every student organization that interested me, and I started hanging out with people from the agnostic and atheist and humanist student group at Michigan State. And the Socialist Equality Party candidate, Jerry White, came to our group and wanted to know if he could sponsor a table. I thought, all right, free speech. I didn't know much about socialism, but we had the socialists on campus. That same week, I met Harry Brown at the Libertarians. So Jerry White and Harry Brown, am I a socialist or a libertarian? So I did a lot of research, I did a lot of soul searching, and I flipped a coin. And what's interesting is Jerry White came to visit me and a friend in our dorm room. Not that many students went, so we could easily go see everyone. And then 2 years ago, I was running for Congress, and Jerry White ran against me for Congress as a socialist candidate, and I beat him. So I turned out not to be a very good use of his time, but it was still inspiring to me. So I basically owe all of this to that year I was soul searching at Michigan State, and then had to transfer to Wayne State because my grades weren't very good.
Hold on a minute.